Is it on?
You're going.
I'm
We're
going.
Yeah, you'll see the time ticking in the left-hand corner. Okay,
So
here we are with...
Karen Ramsey, and actually we did a video once before.
We did one at the Vibrant Living Festival last year.
But actually, I just saw you just now, and you said something to me yesterday, kind of blew me away. Like I kind of freaked out, to tell you the truth. I said, man, raw food really has to become well publicized in many areas as possible. So why don't we talk about what you do and what we talked about yesterday and whatever.
Okay.
Autism.
Right, autism.
Okay, right.
Well, autism is a very strong interest of mine because, well, first of all, I'm an author, and my book is Creating Healthy Children Through Attachment, Parenting, and Raw Foods.
I remember the pages, but I didn't remember.
Yes.
I remember the chapters.
Yes, and I talk about the benefits of fresh, living plant foods and how they also help to heal things like attention deficit disorder and learning disabilities, and can even improve the ability to focus and learn for children with autism and the communication
What does that mean? Can you take an autistic kid and improve them like 7-fold or 6-fold?
You know, it's going to be different with every child, and there may be other components to it as well, such as heavy metal detoxification. But I have seen some wonderful progress with children, with many different children, and you know, autism is this, it's connected to, it's the same kind of thing as learning disabilities and attention deficit disorder. It's toxic load is what I come up with when I think of that these children are holding a tremendous toxic load. And there was recently a statistic given that was very alarming, and I know that's what caused you to be alarmed.
She said to me yesterday, whoa, I got blown away by this fact.
Because the statistics are so high these days for children with autism, that there's so many children with autism. It was predicted by the year 2050 that if the statistics continue to increase the way they are today, that 90% of our
all children born will have autism. 90%. That means in 39 years.
If the statistics continue the way that they are today.
The country will be shot. Done.
That's right.
The country will be done.
That's right.
It'll be done.
It's extremely alarming.
I mean, if the oil doesn't get you, economics don't get you, the financials don't get you, autism will.
That's right. Wow. And that's why I feel that speech and language therapy is very important, but it shouldn't be the only therapy. We have to change the way our children eat and the lifestyle. We have to get our kids outside, we have to get their feet connected with the soil, and we have to give them an abundance of fruits and vegetables. And even though many of these children are very finicky eaters, we have to introduce fruits and vegetables gradually.
What do you do with a finicky eater? Just kind of go where they're at? Because I know a lot of autistic kids, they don't eat yellow food, they don't eat red food.
Some of them don't eat any fruits and vegetables at all. What I did with one child who, she only ate chocolate pudding from the container, you know, the processed chocolate pudding. I started with a little bit of pureed organic strawberries, and I pureed it into the chocolate pudding.
Oh, wow.
We gradually added more and more strawberry to the chocolate pudding, giving her the taste for the strawberry. So that at one point she ate a piece of strawberry. She had the taste then for it.
So that's what you got to do, is almost like a gradual basis, introduce fruit to wherever they're at, and then just, it takes a lot of time.
It does. It does. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to now create classes so that families can come together with their children and get support. My daughter works out in Colorado, Gabriella her name is, and she works out in Colorado at Turtle Lake Refuge, and she does a lot of wild foraging, and she works in a raw foods cafe, and so she's coming home to New Jersey, and on September 11th, I believe it's a Sunday, we're doing a class for families called Raw Food Fun for Kids. And we're going to be bringing families together with their children, and I hope educators will come also, and we will be preparing foods that only have 2 to 3 ingredients, fruits and vegetables, so that children are not only preparing and eating these healthy foods.
Maybe I'll put a couple of videos on that. like for easy kid food recipes. Bananas and carob.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I made a lettuce sandwich just now.
right, for, like, we have a pudding that we make that children love, mango mush.
Mango mush.
And it's just the flesh of one mango blended with 2 chopped apples.
Okay. That's
And, you know, blended up to a pudding. And that's really yummy. Kids love that.
Okay, you have some information because we got to get going pretty soon. Yeah, all about Karen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Karen.
So I'm Karen Ranzi.
Right, and they can find you at?
And you can find me at superhealthychildren.com.
And you also get your books there too.
And you can get my book there, Creating Healthy Children Through Attachment Parenting and Raw Foods.
It's actually most comprehensive. When someone comes in with kids, they say, what book? I mean, go point them to your book.
Oh, well, thank you,
I did.
Arnold. Thank
It's a
you.
comprehensive book on children.
It has been called, a couple of the parents who have written to me called it the Encyclopedia on Raising Your Children on Raw, Living Vegan Foods.
Right, I recommend that highly. Anyway, got my 2 heroes here. I'll say bye.
Bye.
Take care.